YouTube. Fair use, family. Fair use. Look, on this episode of Ask Ashley, I ain't get into much of it, but it looked like this young lady got some smoke for Ashley. All right, so listen, let's unpack it together and see what's going on. And I give my assessment along the way, fellas.
We can't hear you.
You can hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, it's a 22-year-old again.
Oh, yes, from, I forget, Atlanta. Where was you? Atlanta?
No, from Chicago, yeah.
Okay, do you consent to be on live and potentially all platforms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what brings you back?
Okay, so I just had a problem. Because, okay, I asked for your advice about the me asking guys for money stuff, and then when I got off live, you just, I guess, basically put in your own assumption of the lifestyle that I'm supposedly live that I don't live.
So what
Yeah,
did
I
I
want to talk
say
about that.
specifically about you? Did I say your name?
I mean, what you mean? Did you say my name? Like, it was directed towards me because it was about my situation.
Right.
So you said, I don't. Men know who to give money to and this and
They
that. Like,
do.
okay, so
That wasn't you. I don't know you to know who gives you money and who doesn't.
But that was my situation. So
Okay, and I spoke about it.
okay, and what I'm trying to figure out is, was when you had gave me your advice or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to figure out why you didn't say it when I was on here. Why you had to wait till I get off the live to give me more information instead of giving me all your information while I was on the live.
You came up here for my advice. I didn't come.
I know,
I gave you that advice, and I followed up with more advice.
But you could have followed. You could have just said everything while I was on the live. I feel like you barely said anything when I was asking for advice. And then
No,
when I got
I
off,
did. I did. You said, how do I ask men for money? I said, you should just ask. I said, if you are about that life, you should just be able to ask a man. It shouldn't be an issue. If you're about that life, if you say you date provider men, you shouldn't have an issue asking for what you want.
I never said that I dated provided man. I never said I dated. I never said that. What I said was the guys that I do talk to, I said I feel like they always want something in return, as in like sex. Like, oh, if, I'll give you this. I mean, you give me that, and I feel like that's always a return for a man. It's sex. And I said I'm not that girl. I'm just not gonna be. I don't need it. I don't need it, so I'm not gonna be having sex and doing all what a man want me to do for money.
She got smoke for it, don't she, fellas? I could tell the way she came off. She had a problem with her. But anyway, I don't see where Ashley was lying. It's this thing. They think if a man talking to her, she must be in. She think women let her to believe, and this internet let her to believe she entitled to stuff that belong to him, and she shouldn't have to give him nothing. All right, but that's not her life. All right, that ain't never gonna be her life. That's not most women's life. All right, that men just fall all over you and start giving you their money for nothing. All right, that ain't probably ever gonna be her life. She cute, all right, but no, ain't no man gonna meet her and think he should be spending all kinds of money on her. Not the kind of man that really can meet her and spend all kinds of money on her. He never gonna think that's what he need to do to get anything from her. All right, because anything she got, it ain't gonna be nothing he just can't pass up. She want too much for it. He'll let her go try to sell it to somebody else. She thinks she should just be able to get money from a man just for his company. When she know men don't give her money. Men give her attention. Her boyfriend's cute and they paid her some mind. They the kind of men you're going to find her running with. Not no men that's doing it like that and just got all kinds of money to just drop on her. All right, because she ain't going to be hanging out with no guy like that. All right, she going to be hanging in somewhere.
And doing all what a man want me to do for money.
Yeah, but you
That's what I
asked me.
said.
Your question to me when you came up here was, how do I ask a man for money? That was your question.
Mm-hmm.
How do I ask a man for money? I
Mm-hmm.
said to you, if you pay your own bills, you
Mm-hmm.
pay your own car note, you
Mm-hmm.
already coming up off that bag for Chanel bags, trips, and whatever, you should have no issues asking for what you want. That's what I said. If I spend
But
that type of money, I have no issues asking a man for that type of money. That's what I said to you.
then you get to talk about how men know like what lifestyle, like a fake lifestyle.
Notice how every time Ashley make a point, she just moved the goalpost and change it to a different argument instead of conceding that Ashley got a point, because she ain't come to listen. She just came to talk for real. All right. And in her mind, you know what I mean? Ashley was trying to style on her where she left the phone call. I don't know what the phone call was about, but I got a feeling we gonna find out. I have a feeling we gonna find out, gentlemen.
But right, so you was basically directing that towards me. Like I live a lifestyle. I'm a 22-year-old. I don't live beyond my means. I do what works for me. I don't go buy Chanel. But so I was just confused about like what was all that about. Like what was
Yeah,
all that
but
rah about.
everyone, if you're watching my live and if you have watched the live for the last 2 hours, you know everyone who got off the live, I followed up with commentary. Every single person who just got off this live, I followed up with commentary.
But I'm saying, why you just couldn't say that when I was on the live? Like you scared that somebody gonna say something like about your
No,
real
babes,
opinion?
there's nothing I'm scared of. There's
Okay, so
absolutely
that's why I'm
nothing
trying
I'm
to figure
scared
out,
of.
because
No.
now I feel like I couldn't defend myself because you was basically doing a follow up on something you could have just said that when I first got on the live, like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I
I
feel like.
did say it to you. I said if you spend that kind of money and you are that girl, you should have no issue asking a man for money.
I'm gonna have to come out those fucking pockets because I'm not doing shit for free. 3,500 to 10K is my range.
Have no issue asking a man for money. You asked me, how do I ask a man for money? That was your question. I said, if you are about that life and you are that girl, you should have no issue asking him for it. Then when you got off the live, I followed up. I followed up on what we spoke about asking for money. And I also said a lot of girls get online, they get on the internet, they say they want certain things, they are that girl or whatever it is, and then they can't ask for what they want. I
didn't do nothing, so she ain't getting nothing. Forget it.
They can't ask for what they want. I hear this all the time.
Okay, well that's all I wanted to know.
That's all she wanted to know. She defeated her own point. She ain't listen. You can't argue with what only makes sense. All right. Jesus. Listen. I need to know what the other phone call was about.
Hi, welcome in.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yeah.
What brings you up tonight?
I don't know. I didn't know I was gonna get requested to be on here, but my name is Dejana. I'm 22. I just turned 22, and I just want to know how to. Okay, so I'm very independent when it comes to like anything for real. Like when it comes to a man, when it comes to anything, like I'd rather do it myself. And I'm like kind of just a little bit. I'd be a little bit scared to ask for stuff because I'm afraid to be told no. But I want to know like how to get out of that independent stage, but still be independent. But like, if you know what I'm saying.
So do you already pay all your own bills and you buy all your own stuff for your own?
Mm-hmm.
So you pay all your own bills, your house, your apartment, your car. You buy
Yes, I
your
have a
own
car.
bag. Go ahead.
Yes,
You buy
everything.
bags and shoes. There's a reason I'm asking this.
Yeah, I pay all my own bills.
And you buy your own bags and your own shoes and your own clothing.
Yes.
So with that in mind, why is it hard to ask? If you already spend the money, it should be very easy for you to ask for the money.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman. Listen here. Since you're a man.
That's where the advice get delusional and silly, because what Ashley need to be telling her is you can't make no man give you his money. Ain't no man gonna feel like he need to give you his money because you do all of that stuff for yourself. That ain't gonna have a goddamn thing to do with him. All right, that's all in your head. If a man give you money, that's because that's what he chose to do. All right, you don't have no way of making him do that because that's what you do for yourself. Now you can expect that all you want, but that don't mean he had to meet that expectation. And you don't have no way of making him, baby girl. None. All right, he don't have to do nothing like that for you. And that's not a requirement of him dealing with you. If that's a requirement for him dealing with you, you need to let him know that up front. And your relationship will be transactional if he choose to go any further at that point, because that's basically what you asking for. Some man that just meet you and start giving you his money for nothing. No, that's not how men move. All right, and we don't care that you pay your own way through life. You supposed to. You 22 years old, you an adult. We don't think you deserve nothing extra from us because that's what you do. You can't make no man feel that way. I can promise you, as long as you got these kind of expectations of men, and we know you don't have any expectations of yourself because y'all never do. Y'all just expect. Y'all don't expect nothing of yourselves except that he be understanding and accept you for who you are. You expect that he give you all this grace while you don't give him any. And I'm telling you, you dreaming.
For the money. That's the point I'm trying to make.
It's not easy though. I feel like I like a dude. Okay, I like dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like,
wait, you like dude? Hold on. Say it again. Okay. There it is. So it's the thing is, when a woman likes dude, y'all don't want to ask. When a woman don't like dude,
yes,
that's ready to ask.
Yes, that's how I am. Like if I don't like them and they tell me no, it's like okay, I don't care because I already don't like you like that. But the people that I do like and I ask and
listen, he cute. And for real, he ain't doing it like that. And she know he ain't got no problem with telling her ass no. That's why she think if he not as cute, he would have a problem with telling her no. He gonna tell your ass no too.
oh no, because then I'm gonna stop liking them.
Yeah, but he's asking for what he wants. He's asking.
Hmm?
He's asking for what he wants from you.
But I'm real strict on that. Like I don't. At least if somebody don't do something for me, I'll cut them off. But it's like I like people like before like sexual stuff start happening. Like I'm really like a spiritual person. Like I like spirits and I like personalities before like all that even start happening. So it's
even before that is what I'm saying. He's asking. He could be asking for your time. He could be asking for you to talk to him on the phone, text him, sit with him, whatever it is. He's asking.
Yeah.
So if you're doing things for yourself and you're spending money every month and you're buying your own stuff and you're getting your hair, nails, and everything else done, I'm saying it should be very easy for you to ask because you have to come up off that money every first of the month.
You see the delusion? He got to come up off his money the first of every goddamn month too. You ain't gonna never think that's your problem, but you seem to think he need to think that the fact that you do it should get special and that need to be his problem. He not gonna think that need to be his problem. All right, listen, unless he's just trying to keep you for a minute, and then that way, and then if that's the case, he'd just change y'all out every other weekend. You know how it go, Ashley.
Yeah. Oh no,
That's my thinking.
It's weird. It's just weird. I just don't want to be told no and then they'll like force me to stop liking you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell me no, it's just like I don't want to talk to you no more. But it's like it'd be hard for me to get out of that talking, like out of that liking stage because I already be liking them. So it's just like I really don't know how to ask. Like I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
She already like him because he cute. She won't ask him because he know he ain't gonna have no problem with telling her ass no. And she don't want to hear that. All right, because it's gonna make her feel a certain way about him. He ain't gonna care. He ain't gonna care.
Where are we with the like? Y'all went on 1 or 2 dates, and
Cause
now
look,
we
I feel
love,
like
and now I can't be like, babe, let's go to a restaurant, babe.
I
What
mean,
what
yeah,
is it that we caught up in? Is what I'm asking.
I get taken out. Like I get taken out of stuff, and I do my own hair, I do my own makeup. Like I get done up and everything and go out. But it's like this generation is like if you ask, okay, so if you liking somebody and you ask them for money, it's like they always want something first. You know what I'm saying? Like they always want something first. Like okay, you will get them your time. They take you out.
No, baby girl, that ain't the scoop. You already giving it to him. That's why you think you should be getting something for it and you ain't getting nothing for it. All right. That's what this rooted in. All right. You already giving it to him because he cute. All right. But that's what you gave it to him for. That's what you cost. You cost cute. You don't cost help. He ain't going to give you no help. He cute. He don't help. All right. Listen, whatever you charged him to get in your box, that's all you can ever expect from him. You can't give him nothing different. You can't give him more now. All right. Listen, it don't cost him to help you out, to be around you. All right. It costs him being cute. That's all it's gonna cost. Anything else you want, you can go get it from somewhere else as far as he gonna be concerned. Trust me. And if he don't think like that, he gonna think you need to just accept him for who he is. Like he need to accept you for who you are. All right, you got cute.
Cool. Then it's like the next time it's like, okay, so you want this money? What you gonna do? Like that just
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, like that kind of makes sense. If you're just meeting someone and you're like, let me get 1,000, let me get 2,000, and he doesn't know you and you don't know him, then that does feel transactional. That does feel like that. Like, okay, so what am I getting? Like, rightfully so. If I'm just
Listen, Ashley tripping. Look at this girl. Ain't nothing about her saying she running around with some dudes that got thousands of dollars to give her, and she really thinks she could get it from them. But listen, she don't look like she running around with those kind of men. Ashley tripping. Yeah, I see why she felt some kind of way after they had this dialogue. If Ashley got off talking about Chanel bag, she ain't saying nothing about nothing like that. All right, because that ain't her life. All right, she trying to figure out how to get a dude to get her hair done. Ashley then took it somewhere on some jet set, and she no, that's not what Lil Mama's saying. All right, Lil Mama, a man gonna do as much as he can. All right, and however much he paid to lay up with you, he ain't gonna never pay more than that. No, once he lay up with you, you accepted the deal. That's what you cost. It ain't gonna change because you don't like it no more.